hair, my hair, my hair is driving me crazy today. I'm Suzanne Tidkmeyer, formerly of No Longer Quivering, formerly of Pathos, no longer. Now just doing my own thing. Y'all, crazy day. More documents have dropped in the Tati Westbrook versus Catherine Paulson case. They just dropped. I just took a gander at them. I'm not Emily D. Baker. I'm not a lawyer. I don't understand legalese all the time. But I will say this, I think the documents, I think what they mean is that KJ's attorney is asking for the date to respond to the sanctions that he's asking for. They want to move that up instead of having the 21 days to respond and all of that. They just want to shorten the time frame. Here's my question. Is she really that hard up for money that the only way that she can pay her attorney is to ask for sanctions against him, against the other attorney? I don't know. The only thing I can say for sure about this whole stupid little document is that at least it fell under the judge's maximum number of pages. For a change, Brown needs to happen. No more 300-page lawsuit responses. I don't think Judge Barbara is screwing around. She said that she wanted short, 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 and she wanted them to stop the fuckery. There seems to be still fuckery, but at least shorter fuckery. Um, what this all means in the long run, I have no clue. I think it means that the most that I can think it means is that Katie Joy is still playing her games. Now she's gotten to drag her lawyer into playing the games. Those reindeer games are still ongoing. So there is that. Well, I am going to go back. I just wanted to jump in and say something real quick about this since it just happened. I was laying down taking a nap when the documents dropped. I'm fucking racking has got them on her Dropbox if you want to see them yourself. They're a quick, easy read. Like I said, I think it means that they just want to shorten the time frame that they think on Saltzy. So Saltzy will pay quicker and the judge will make him pay quicker. But who's to say? I don't personally think they have much of a leg to stand upon. The thing that they're asking for sanctions on is just utterly ridiculous, and they've said and done much worse. Then again, I'm not the judge. So who knows at this point? I just know one thing. I never expected, hey, I don't know. I'd have to go back and read that to see if it was with prejudice. It looks like they're just doing a money grab. They're doing a quick money grab, and they're asking the judge not to have any further delays on this. They want it ruled on, and they want the money now, is what it looks like. I suspect that if Clark Swanson was paying KJ's legal bills, and I'm pretty sure he must have been, just from her sheer arrogance when this thing first started through now. Um, I wouldn't be surprised if he stopped paying her legal bills when all this silly hand slappy, hey Cindy Sue, when all this silly hand slappy started. I hate you. I hate Mary. Um, I really think what's happened here is that if Swanson was paying her bills, he's obviously stopped. So she can't keep paying her lawyer. I mean, she's not making that much money on YouTube. She can say, oh, I broke all those light records again on how much money I make. But the thing is, with that, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. I just don't think she's making that much if he's charging her $450 an hour, which it looks like he is. I know that's a pretty standard fee for a lot of lawyers from everything I've been able to observe. I'm sorry, I'm cleaning now because I looked down and saw a greasy spot. So, hey, flowers in the attic. Um, more docs. It's a short docs. If you want to go in and read it, hey, Julianne, it's a quick one. It's a quick one. Like I said, I'm fucking rocking has it on her Dropbox. It's a short little document, a couple pages, just basically asking them to speed this whole process up. And all I can say is they're assuming quite a lot. They're assuming that the judge is going to immediately order a contempt on Salty, and that's, like I said, that's because there's been plenty of crazy between the two of them. I mean, what the things they were fussing about with Salty, we've seen Brown do as well. I don't see how any judge with half a brain could say, naughty, naughty, Salty, here, pay $20,000. Well, actually, I think someone broke it down and said it was 18,000 and change. Here, pay this 18,000 and change. You run out of money for a lawsuit, you got problems. And I think that that's kind of what we're beginning to see here. We're beginning to see a desperate grappling for money. I think Brown's probably realized he's probably not going to get paid, or get paid at some very, very slow pace, like $100 a month or something. Read on this, particularly since we know that Katie Joy's house is not even in her name. It's in her father's name, her father-in-law's name. I'm not sure which one it was. They don't own that house in their name. They don't own anything in their name. Todd has had financial troubles apparently in the past. He lost her. I would be very nervous about that. So I'll scamper off and read the documents. I'm waiting for Emily to break them down because Emily knows the law, whereas I only know what little tiny bits of the law I know, which is not that much. Okay, what do you think? Do you think Clark Swanson's been paying it all this time? The jurisdiction motion. Here's the thing. They seem to have forgotten all about the jurisdiction motion. Nobody has mentioned it in forever. All the paperwork that has been filed is just bashing the crap out of this person or that person, with the express notion of showing that she was not heavily involved with business in Washington state. I don't know, Starlily. That's a good question. If his father hasn't had the house in his name for 5 years, then can they take it? That I don't know. It seems to me like they should be able to attach anything that is in the Paulson's name in either Katie Joy's or Todd's. They should be able to file a lien against it, whether it's a car, a boat, a house, a set of D&D, playing things. Who knows? But I do know that they can take that stuff. They can take anything that they own and they can force them into bankruptcy to pay that. And bankruptcy discharges don't always get rid of every single thing you own. Oh, they sure do not, and they can still put you under the jackpot for certain things. I'm not sure if it covers legal fees or not. And I'm not sure what's going to happen with jurisdiction, because see, here's the other thing I've been thinking about a lot with this jurisdiction thing. This is federal court. It's not state court. Tati is not suing Katie in state court. She's suing her in federal court. So what does it matter if they do the Ninth Circuit in, I think it's the Ninth Circuit, don't quote me on this, Ninth Circuit in Seattle versus the 7th or 6th Circuit in Minneapolis, in Minnesota? Does it matter where jurisdiction is if it's a federal lawsuit? It seems to me that it would not matter because you're in the U.S., it's federal. Whether you file in state here, file in the state there, I don't personally think it would, I don't see how that would be even a valid argument. But that is her argument right now, is that she does not have enough business in Washington state to warrant being filed upon in Washington state, even though she attacked Tati, and Tati's business is registered in Washington state. It all really depends upon how the courts see this. And I suspect that they're going to allow it to stay in Washington state We've heard several of the lawyers that talk about this say that that jurisdiction usually goes with the not the defendant, but with the plaintiff. So I am thinking that Barbara Rothstein is going to allow them full jurisdiction in Seattle and order the case there. But it sure raises a whole long list of crazy questions now. I don't know about you, but this has been more entertaining than watching an old Jerry Springer show with people mud wrestling. Every time you think that a bottom has been reached and they can't possibly do anything crazier, guess what? They find a way to do something and say something crazier. At least this declaration had no bashing of Nat, had no bashing of Lorianne or anyone else whose declarations that KJ has tried to say are false. Who knows? I think it will stay in Washington because of Zoom too. And I kind of hope they do go with Zoom because if I talk to Salty about her time at Pathos and I end up being called as a witness, which I'm not sure will happen, I'm hoping it has by Zoom. I don't want to go anywhere. Yeah, they probably can't touch the house, but I just don't know what the laws are in Minnesota on owner. They can't touch the house, but I just don't know what the laws are in Minnesota on ownership. But here's the thing: they could attach everything else in their names. Any cars, any mobile, any campers, any um, boats, or anything like that, any asset. If they have a stock portfolio, if they have any kind of investments, if Todd has a retirement, they can touch all of that. So it's not just the house we're talking about here. It's everything that's in their names. Like I said, even if something as simple as his swords or a D&D set, they could even request those things to be sold to raise the money. Can they take the house? I'm not sure. Oh, that's true. You're right. You are so right, Inquiz. They can take it if they can prove that all the assets were moved for nefarious purposes. For so to avoid being put in avoid being put in the whole lawsuit thing. I'm sorry, my asthma. My asthma. They put me on. What was it? Let me see this. They put me on Lyrica for my stupid pain and numbness, and I ain't liking it. I don't know if you guys have ever been on Lyrica, but it is terrible. Oh, so it was a Zoom call, Deborah. I'm hoping this, if I have to, is a Zoom call because, like I said, I don't want to fly out of Costa Rica. The whole pandemic is a lot worse in the States than it is here. It's not good here, but it's not as bad. I am all about staying where I cannot catch this cuddle bug thing. Thanks, Chanley. I have had a time finding any kind of pain relief, and I don't like pain relief that makes me sleep all day. I can't handle that. And this stuff makes me sleepy and weird. I feel kind of drunken. It turned the whole world inside out. Oh, yeah. The short story is Katie Joy's attorney to up with the sanctions. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. He wants to cut the amount of time from the sanctions down. So that's what's going on now. Union grievances. I don't know how those operate in various locations, but that is bad, Deborah. I'm sorry that you. Okay, so we have somebody else here. We have iJesse here hiding under another name. Oh, that is really interesting. Very interesting. iJesse, please take yourself away because I don't know you, but I've heard some things. So I'm trying not to be prejudgmental. but it seems to be like you're stirring the pot on this. I'm not sure exactly why, what you're getting out of it. I at least have some interest because I used to work with her, and I did witness some of the crazy stunts she's pulled through the time without actually saying anything to her about it, which I should have. Gara Penabin, you know, Jewel, I tried that 18 months ago. They said they thought that I had this thing. 18 months ago, they said they extremely drunk on one glass of wine one day. So after 3 months of Neurontin, I went off. It didn't work. And they decided I did not have MS. Who knows? At this point, I think they're looking at that option again, just based upon the flood of emails I've had from my friends saying, what you have sounds very much like MS. I don't know. I just know that I'm waiting for the neurologist. I'm waiting to get another MRI. I'm waiting for the neurologist. That's the big thing. I haven't had one. I had one 18 months ago. I had one 2 years ago when I had my 3 years ago when I had my stroke. So they can compare all of that. Michael Heath, I do not know. Is he involved in YouTube? He was not involved at all that I know in Pathos. Pathos is kind of a shoestring operation. They don't have a lot of employees. They have a lot of us that are 1099 employees, 1099 contractors. They have a few people in house in the main offices of BeliefNet in Norfolk, Virginia, and that's it. She could have well done that. She could have well put everything in her father's name, but that won't help her if they find out that she did that for that reason. It's a little bit different. And advised her a long time ago myself. It won't totally protect you, but it will protect you a lot more than having it all in your personal name.